You play such a vital role in the lives of your grandchildren. You are so important. My name is Isabel Tom, and I'm the author of a new book called The Value of Wrinkles, a young perspective on how loving the old will change your life. Sharing with grandparents is probably one of my favorite things to do. The inspiration behind The Value of Wrinkles is, in fact, my grandparents. I lived in the same household as my grandparents for the first 26 years of my life. They were there when I was born, and they're 67 and 71 when I was born, and when they passed, they were 98 and 102. When I look back on my life, I realize I was so very blessed to have my grandparents in my life. Oftentimes you hear about the effects that grandchildren can have on their grandparents. We all know that grandparents get super excited, and you all love raving about your super smart, super intelligent, super cute, and super creative grandchildren. You are just so blessed by having grandchildren in your lives. Today, I want to remind you how important grandparents are in the lives of their grandchildren. What I like to tell grandparents is that when you are involved in your grandchildren's lives, you offer them an extra layer of love and attention that helps them to develop a resiliency for life. This is a time when children need resiliency, and when children are struggling. COVID is just flipping everything over and making everything crazy. This year in particular is a year that I believe grandchildren need you in their lives. The time, the attention, the love and availability that you have for your grandchildren is a gift. And that is one way that you can really support and encourage your grandchildren this year. Today I want to offer you just a few creative ways that you can stay connected with your grandchild. And it's not just for your sake, because I know you miss them, but it's for their sake as well. And also for the sake of your adult children, who are probably pretty stressed out with the changes that are going on within their work and their schedules. There's a lot going on for everyone. The first idea I have for you is to send them snail mail. Try and become a pen pal with your grandchild this year. You could even send them a card right now, even if you're a few weeks late, just to wish them a wonderful school year. Over the next couple of weeks, or maybe even just a week later, you could send them another card or a letter asking them what their highs or their lows were that week, or what the positives and the negatives of learning virtually or going to school with a mask, what it's like. Ask them questions so that you can get to know them a little better. If your grandchild's a little younger, then maybe cut out some pictures of things they like flowers or bugs from magazines that you see. Make sure that you get your own stash of stamps if you don't already have them already. The next two ideas I have are really to help your grandchild academically. So you might have to work with your adult child, or maybe you can work directly with your grandchild to do this. But schedule some regular times, maybe weekly, to help them study their spelling. You could read their weekly words to them and have them spell out the words, whether you're calling on the phone or doing it by video chat. Another idea is to have them practice their reading by reading a book to you regularly. So schedule once a week to have them read maybe one of their assigned books, or maybe just to choose a book off their bookshelf and practice reading to you. One-on-one attention is something that is so valuable for children. If the child is younger, then maybe it's your turn to read a book to them. Try and check out books from the library, or maybe purchase some books that you or your adult child knows that they will love. The final idea that I have that would help you connect with your grandchild this year is to tell them some of your greatest stories. You have tons of stories that you have lived through and could tell. Pull out some of your best stories and share those stories with your grandchildren. The key really is to find ways to stay in contact with them so that you can get a pulse and see how they're doing and how you can support them even more. I'm sure they'll really appreciate having someone who cares for them check in on them regularly. I'm sure your adult children will too. So however you do it, get involved in your grandchild's life this year. It doesn't matter how close you live to them, how far you are, maybe you're in a completely different time zone. Just know that your presence and your involvement in your grandchild's life makes a huge difference. It can make this school year so much better. My hope is that Grandparents' Day next year, you'll get a chance to go into the schools or to go see your grandchildren and really celebrate this holiday in person. But for now, I just want you to remember that you play a vital role in the lives of your grandchildren. The ideas that I shared today will be on my website at isabeltom.com in the blog section, and I'll also include some other ideas that you may be able to use this year to get involved and support your grandchildren. Happy Grandparents' Day.